Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW video. You join us for the 2021 Survivor Series. As we look forward to having one of our last shows of this year and hope to put us in a good position for the December pay-per-views and then firmly on the road to WrestleMania. As always, much appreciated for taking the time out of your day to come along and watch the video. I hope you guys will enjoy it. And don't forget to leave comments in the comments section regarding this series, your own series. Let me know how your own saves are going. And just general in wrestling, how it's going. Are you happy the way it's going? Moment is time. We're having the tapings of the Mae Young Classic, so I'm really intrigued to see how those matches end up being on television. And yeah, should at the time of recording only be about 7 weeks away from Evolution, if that. So looking forward to all of that. And yeah, wrestling's in a pretty okay place at this moment in time. And of course, remember, don't forget to look out for your other TW bookers. They are found on the Fantasy Bookers subreddit and the Grey Dog software forums. So not just myself leaving likes and subs, go leave them some likes in their videos and some subs as well and enjoy their content. On to the show then. We've decided to go a wee bit bigger to the Everbank field. With 78,368 people in attendance for this tri-branded pay-per-view. Raw, SmackDown, Women's Revolution. Technically could add in NXT as well. So we start off the show with Paul Heyman's stable, the Magnificent Seven. They're in the ring, and basically Heyman is saying tonight, Switchblade Jay White will walk away as the European Champion. Pete Dunne and Noam Dar will walk away as the Tag Team Champions. And the rest of the group will win their Survivor Series match. So no IC title match for Barthel. He's in that 8-man tag. But he's hoping for a very strong night for the dominant faction on the Raw brand, of course, that is the Magnificent Seven. So the show starts off well with an A91 as we kick into the 8-man tag. And it was a decent matchup that saw Magnificent Seven pick up the win. It was Will Ospreay, Marcel Barthel, Walter, and Marty Scurll defeating Aleister Black, Big E, Apollo Crews, and Jason Jordan in 13:43, and Marcel Barthel defeated Big E by pinfall. I just made the matches one fall because there's so many matches on the card, they're lengthy matches. So instead of doing eliminations, which would take it up probably about a 7-hour show, so we went with this. Barthel was off his game, but still mustered a very respectable 94. So if anybody else would like to get a 94 off their game, I'd be delighted. But Magnificent Seven proving their dominance here, and Walter was the weak link, just a 54 performance. We need to keep trying to get him over. A good win and a B79 as they continue their dominance. Is this a sign of things to come? Then have Wade Barrett come down to do guest commentary for the Cruiserweight Championship match. Wade Barrett's returned and he's been partnering up with King Neville, just really knocking every Cruiserweight out of the way to allow the King to stand atop of the throne. Of course, not the champion, but he wants to come back as the King of the Cruiserweights. So B minus 71 for that, for Wade Barrett. A horrible job, the accent from me. But a decent match saw Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Akira Tozawa, Shane Strickland, King Neville, and Evan Bourne in 13:26, when Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Akira Tozawa with a senior stretch. It's the 4th Cruiserweight title defence for Zack Sabre Jr. What a good performance he's in there. Even at 77, maybe could have been a bit better. They limited the match because of the amount of competitors. But it keeps the winning momentum up for Zack Sabre Jr. and continuing the theme, Survivor Series, survival, so a multi-person match. And after the matchup, because Akira Tozawa took the he took the loss, he took the fall, Neville and Barrett beat the crap out of him. B plus 83. Next up was the European Championship, and it was a decent matchup that saw Switchblade shock Bo Dallas with a win in 14:15 with a missile kick, following interference from his manager, Paul Heyman. That means that Switchblade is your new European Champion. I just felt it was time to put a title belt on him. More titles to the Magnificent Seven, so they hold the IC and the European Championships. And a B minus 75. We did have to make Bo Dallas look strong here. Made our storytelling match, but still fairly decent given context. The Switchblade celebration gets a B plus 88. We then move on to a fatal 4-way match for the WWE Tag Team titles. a matchup that got an outstanding B+88, so fairly shocked me. So a decent matchup where the Monsters Among Men, Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman, retained their championships. They defeated Gran Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, the Young Bucks, and the Revival. First out were the Young Bucks, then the Revival, then Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, who've been fantastic since pairing up, giving the Monsters Among Men their third title defence. In Syria, only people that really let us down: Lindsay Dorado, who's gaining over in this, Nick Jackson, Scott Dawson, but I do think Scott Dawson's glitched in this because he always gets technical and performance skills increasing despite not gaining any skills when we check his stats. So still decent though, B+88, as I say, probably limits the Revival, but part of a very strong SmackDown tag division. Promo from Daniel Bryan. He says he's going to defeat Tommaso Ciampa here and put himself in contention for a future WWE Championship match. He wants his title back. And the Raw brand brings us a 10-man survival match, but that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. The team of Tommaso Ciampa, The Miz, Andrade Cien Almas, Drew McIntyre and Kenny Omega defeat Daniel Bryan, Jey Uso, John Cena, Chad Gable and Kota Ibushi in 1940 when Ciampa defeats Uso with Project Ciampa. John Cena, the weak link, very good B+87, Cena down at a 72 performance, but everyone else brought a good showing here. And yeah, it was just basically giving the main eventers that aren't challenging for the championship a spot basically on the pay-per-view. Maybe a potential future title match for Tommaso Ciampa. Then have an over-the-top spectacular entrance for the Velveteen Dream. And his match was a good match, good heat, decent wrestling. And it saw Sami Zayn defeat the Velveteen Dream in 21:43 by pinfall with a brainbuster. Now, this storyline was basically built up over a good while. Velveteen obviously cost Sami at the World Grand Prix. They've been going back and forth in a few pay-per-views. E89, but disappointingly they didn't seem to click in this made for knockout bout. It makes you wonder if these two could have clicked. Probably looking at maybe an A match, an A+ match, or A-star I should say. So disappointing, we'll probably end the feud there, have a blow-off match in SmackDown. We'll see. Next up, promo from the We Only Live Once stable. Fairly didn't call them Riot Squad. B+87, just them hyping up this 5v5 women's match. Sarah Logan back from suspension, which is good to see. She came back and helped Ruby Riott win her last match. Probably would have done better, but poor improvisation from both Ruby and Sarah. And the match again, very, very surprisingly good. Another B+88. Holy shit, the ladies have brought it as well. It was a decent matchup that saw Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Sasha Banks, Laurel Van Ness and Sarah Logan defeat Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Mia Yim, Toni Storm and Isla Dawn in 15:11 when Ruby Riott defeated Toni Storm with the hidey-ho after a distraction by the talented Rhea Ripley. So obviously quite lately we had Rhea Ripley turn on Toni Storm, so they've had a bit of a feud going and she caused the distraction. Ruby Riott is someone I'm going to push probably to the main event within the next year, so we're getting her some wins here. That's why she's as high up as an 84 performance, rivaling likes of Charlotte and Becky. Most of them, Mia Yim's up there as well. A very good victory, and yeah, just a few negatives there, but overall outstanding. No real notes booked for that one, just a tainted distraction finish. The match went 15 minutes. Just well done, ladies. Fantastic. Hopefully my other women's match can deliver to that level, if not higher. My Generation cut a promo on Ambrose and Rollins. They just say they want to become tag team champions and they want to get to the main event as well. So the likes of Ambrose and Rollins just need to get to the back of the line. So that's an A-star 99 for their promo. I had higher hopes for this one, but still a very good match. Good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. So Ambrose and Rollins defeat the Coffey Brothers in My Generation in 22:53. Coffeys went first, then it was Pete Dunne and Noam Dar, which means that Ambrose and Rollins are your new WWE Tag Team Champions, your World Tag Team Champions. It's worked in SmackDown, putting some main eventers in the tag team scene, boosting a lot of people up, so likewise we're going to do the same here. It gives Rollins and Ambrose something to do away from the main event. A lot of good performances there. Everyone in the 80s. The lowest, Joe Coffey went 84. The highest, Dean Ambrose went 84. Pleasantly surprised Mark Coffey with that rating of an 88. And Pete Dunne was only so far behind. We get an 89 off his game, so I can only imagine what he would have been on his game. Good rating though. Then had a 6-man survival match for the World Heavyweight Championship. It was about great wrestling and good heat. And it saw Fergal Devitt defeat the United States champion Johnny Gargano, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Adam Cole and Ricochet, and 30-23 win the World Heavyweight Champion pinned the US champion, Devitt pinning Gargano. The Shingata Prince's throne, giving him his first defence as the new champion, A94. Simple. Shane McMahon unhappy with Devitt's actions, put everything against him, but the former leader of the BC has done it. All good performances there. Gargano's been jobbing a little bit, so maybe could have been a bit better, but I like to be that. And that is not even co-main event. The ladies will co-main event and the WWE Championship from Raw will main event. So Paige cuts a promo on Ronda Rousey. Paige is getting her opportunity to challenge for the title. Of course, remember in Raw, there's still an opportunity for Marcel Barthel to get a WWE Championship match. Whenever he chooses, might make that next pay-per-view. Could make it the Rumble. Maybe he holds on to WrestleMania. Remains to be seen. But A91 regardless for Paige's promo on Ronda. I'm really intrigued to see how this match does. I know there was going to be the lack of psychology, but I thought they'd still carry a good A rating. But still, fantastic. You just need to look and compare it to where the women's division was at the start, and it's nowhere near here, so still delighted. But they had great wrestling and good heat, and Ronda Rousey defeats Paige in a submission match in 22:40 by submission via an armbar. So she makes her third WWE Championship defence. A 93 performance from Paige, a 91 from Ronda. That psychology probably took that from a good A grade, so that's disappointing because everything else was positive. So well done, ladies. A very good co-main event. And after the match-up, Ronda just beats the crap out of her. Makes sense, keeps the storyline going. Can anyone stop Ronda? Remains to be seen. A94. Remember, we don't even have a Money in the Bank holder anymore because Mia Yim cashed in and failed. So leads us to our main event. Samoa Joe's been making Okada's life a living hell lately, and he says he's just going to tap him out and take back the WWE Championship because he's been a former champion himself. A90 in this match to knock out the park. Let's find out. It was alright. Again, it's one I was expecting to do a lot better. I was honestly targeting a 100, but still, about the great wrestling and good heat. Okada defeats Samoa Joe in 30-16 by pinfall with a German suplex, and he makes his first defence of the WWE title. A90, 92-91 performance. I think you can really judge it. Yeah, just poor inconsistency for Okada. Overall, A91, and I know I shouldn't be disappointed at any sort of A grade. For the big four, I always want to target, 100. That's always the aim, to make it as good a show as possible. But it just shows the depth of the roster, when there's a lot of 80s, 90s in there, and so many people can main event. So overall, I'm pleased with it. Good outings for the Magnificent Seven. Zack Sabre Jr. had a good outing. Tommaso Ciampa, Sami Zayn. Our heel women's wrestlers had a great night. Ambrose and Rollins as champ. Overall, I'd say pretty damn decent. So let us know what you thought about that, if you enjoyed it or if you didn't like it. Let me know what results you would have changed personally. Praise Seth and Dean. So some people like some results, some people won't like others. So yeah, let us know what you think. If any of you just decided to put some main eventers in the tag scene just to try and build up the overness and give them a break for the main event effectively. Let us know what your stance is on that. As we cut into the 1st of December, so we'll be heading into TLC and then Armageddon. Can we buy Dragon Gate this time? We do this every time. It never works. Nope. I'm so confused by their position right now. Let's see anything else there that really Fixers? Nope, just the fantastic reviews. Quite a few things to get through. Again, everywhere we're in the national battles, we're number one. Doesn't seem we have competition in the UK, so okay, we don't win that. Big E and Bo Dallas are getting jobbed out. Sarah, I don't know if Sarah Logan came in happy. She won her last match. I don't know if she didn't score the pin, but okay. 3.89 pay-per-view buy rate. That's probably been hampered by previous pay-per-views we've had in the month, so we'll probably make TLC on the network and then Armageddon on pay-per-view to increase buy rates. Daniel Bryan doesn't like Dash Weather, doesn't connect with the fans. Velveteen Dream thinks Rhea Ripley's look quite tall, I'm pretty sure, and she's certainly not small. The lassie is fairly built. Disagree with that. John Cena likes Laurel Van Ness's promo skills. Lindsay Dorado doesn't connect with the fans, to the opinion of Sasha Banks, and Paige also is a fan of Laurel Van Ness's microphone skills. But overall, few people unhappy it didn't go on the card. That's cool. Give them money, keep them happy. So we finish up in MTV in 2 days. So yeah. I'm also thinking it really depends when it lives. It could actually be quite good timing that when we start the new deal on ABC, we're very close. I just quickly go back to my user. To 1,000 shows. So realistically, 4 shows, 9 shows will take us to the TLC pay-per-view, which would mean we're probably looking at a special event between the SmackDown in the 3rd week and the Women's Revolution show in the 3rd week. So I'm hopefully going to do a bonus show in there. I will probably just call it the 1,000th show spectacular. No point in calling it Tribute for the Troops. Let's just make it the 1,000th show spectacular, and let's put every title on the line. Let's have a great card, and really see if we can push the boundaries with that show. So that's coming up. It's crazy to think that it's nearly, it's 5 and 2/3 of the year done, and crazy to think because I say nearly 1,000 shows booked in this particular series. It's quite, because there's obviously so many shows that I don't do on the video just to plough through, get storylines, and get us to the next pay-per-view. So I will leave the video there, and I shall carry on booking. And as I say, Armageddon, the 2nd week of December, TLC, so it'll be Armageddon, it'll be on the network, that's even better then. TLC, Armageddon is the Raw brand, so the SmackDown brand gets TLC, brilliant. So I'll keep you posted on the 1,000th show, that'll probably be confirmed when we get to Armageddon, and probably will announce in that video what we're doing for it. But until that fateful day, I appreciate it again for taking the time out for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for Armageddon. Hopefully I'll see you for the 1,000th show, and hopefully I'll see you for the next video after that. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again. Bye bye.